Hey again, David Phillips, attorney. The question comes up, will all of your debts be discharged if you file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy case? And the answer to the question is no, there are exceptions to discharge when filing a Chapter 7. One of the most common exceptions would be that most taxes are not dischargeable. If they're very old, sometimes you might be able to get rid of the tax debt, and we could certainly look at that. But as a general rule, most of your tax obligations, be that federal, state, local, whatever, you would not be able to get rid of those in bankruptcy. That would be true for child support and alimony. In most instances, those are debts you could not bankrupt on and get a discharge. And also a big problem that we've seen in the last few years would be student loans. A lot of people have huge student loans, even over $100,000 in many instances, and those can generally not be discharged in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, so that can be a real problem if you're faced with those kind of debts. Might want to look at the Chapter 13 alternative if you are facing very heavy student loan debt. Also, you're not allowed to discharge most criminal court fines, restitutions. That would be things like where you had a DUI and there's fines, and maybe as part of your plea bargain you had to agree to pay for damages where someone had been injured or their car wrecked or whatever, as part of a restitution payment. Then you probably would not be able to discharge that in a Chapter 7. And there's a very specific exception that mentions if you are intoxicated and cause a personal injury, that is also a non-dischargeable debt, and you would be unable to do anything about that in a Chapter 7 filing. There's also a whole host of other exceptions that generally deal with one particular creditor, and almost all of those are going to be based upon some sort of fraud that you may have committed in getting the money or the loan from a particular entity, a company, or even an individual for that matter. And we also have to look at that, but those are not that things that we see that often, so hopefully that wouldn't be an issue in your particular case. So the answer is most of your debts can be discharged in a Chapter 7, but there are exceptions. We would be more than happy to review your particular circumstances and see if any of the exceptions would apply in your case. If you'd like to discuss the matter, please give our offices a call at any time. We're here Monday through Fridays. If you prefer to email, that would be fine. Go to my website, phillipsbankruptcy.com. Go to the contact section, send us an email, and we'll get right back with you with hopefully an answer to your question. Thanks for watching the video.